Back to Super Tuesday. So Nikki Haley, we knew this going into today. She's got no major events planned. She didn't make a speech last night. She hasn't made any ad buys up until yesterday. And now we hear this report from the Wall Street Journal and her campaign that she's going to be making an announcement this morning at 10 a.m. and going to be getting out of the presidential race. For reaction to that breaking news, let's welcome in former Pennsylvania Senator and presidential candidate Rick Santorum and former Principal Deputy Press Secretary at the White House, Hogan Gidley. Great to have you both on. Senator, what'd you make of yesterday, and what do you think is coming in just a few hours from Nikki Haley?
It was a great day for Donald Trump yesterday, and obviously the fact that Nikki is going to drop out of the race. I know people have been pushing her hard to do that, but in defense of her, she started in a pack of 14 people and made it to the finals. Was one-on-one matchup. There were only 5 or 6 primaries before last night. Give her a chance to be in the race and give it a shot, and she did, and she got walloped. And I give her credit. She's going to go out hopefully graciously, and try to do what she should. Every candidate who of a party, when you lose your nomination, you be gracious, you concede, and you support the person who beat you. That's what you do. If she doesn't do that, I think she is she's further damaging her political future. Everybody runs tough campaigns, say tough things, all well and good. When you lose, you endorse and you move on.
Hogan, were you surprised by anything yesterday?
Not really. I think everyone knew that Donald Trump was going to win significantly, and he did. Rick is sitting on some great points with Nikki. No one told her when to get into the race, so it was difficult to tell her when to get out. However, unlike Rick, Nikki Haley didn't win any states. Rick won several states in his bid for the presidency, so there's a reason to stay around. Nikki was getting beaten at every turn. Last night was no exception. Her getting out, though, the indications are right now she has no plans to endorse Donald Trump, is what the early reports say, that she's just getting out. I think that's a mistake. Rick is right for her political future, but it depends on what Nikki wants to do. If she's looking for a contributorship over to a competing network that leans left, maybe she is just fine not endorsing. If she wants to be on a certain board, maybe she can make more money not endorsing. Remember, Ted Cruz didn't endorse at the convention. I was on the floor when he was giving his speech in support of Republican ideology, and when the people on the ground turned around and looked at his teleprompter, they were waiting because they could tell he was coming to the end.
Right.
When they saw he wasn't endorsing, they booed him mercilessly. However, memories are short, and now Ted Cruz is one of the darlings of the Republican Party, in large part because Donald Trump went from Lion Ted to Beautiful Ted.
Yeah,
and now we're on a new page.
Senator, do you think that so many questions now with this news this morning? Does Trump welcome her back into the tent, particularly if she endorses?
If you look at the speech last night, which I thought hit every point perfectly, I thought the substance of the speech was all about comparing not what I'll do if I'm president, what I did when I was president, what the country went through when I was president versus what it's going through with Joe Biden. So the comparisons were great. There wasn't any spiking of the football. There was no. It was. The best comment I heard was it was all business. It was all business last night, and so the substance was great. But the more important thing in my mind was the tone. It was serious Trump. It was presidential Trump. It was not, playing to the audience and riffing and going off on different rabbit trails and things. It was just serious stuff. And if that is the Trump that we're going to see between now and Election Day, Joe Biden doesn't have a prayer.